Hi students, welcome to our English channel. Today we'll be covering up Unit 3 Rivers and Coasts. Along with it, there will be 2 lessons done. Lesson 2 The Water Cycle, Lesson 3 Saved by the Bell. And also a grammar lesson will be covered, relative clauses, defining and non-defining. Relative clauses. We find so many relative clauses. We use certain words who, when, where, which and many other. But there are 2 categories. One is non-defining, which gives extra information in a sentence. The other is defining. It defines exactly what you are talking about. Let's refer to non-defining. Non-defining often refers to a noun and also a whole clause. An example for noun, Charlotte Webb, which is quite interesting, has motivated children grow love towards animals. Non-defining clause when it comes as a whole clause. Example, deforestation is hazardous, which is destruction brought by human. There is something for you to note. It's a clue. Always non-defining clauses are separated by a comma. We cannot use that. When it comes for defining, example, the Taj Mahal, which was built by Emperor Shah Jahan, is a beautiful monument. Defining clauses, you could include prepositions as well. Prepositions can be used before which. Example, the house in which she lives is spooky. So you may have noticed here, we do not put commas here and we could use that as well. Activity 3, page 27, non-defining noun. So now we discussed earlier, non-defining clauses has 2 categories where it refers to a noun and also it refers to a whole clause. So let's refer the examples, the questions which is coming under noun. Combine these sentences using which. Number 1, the Ganges opens into the Indian Ocean. It flows through India and Bangladesh. So here, pick the noun here. It can be a proper noun, a compound noun, whatever, it should be a noun. So the Ganges, comma, which flows through India and Bangladesh, comma, opens into the Indian Ocean. So in this sentence, you may have noticed the extra information is added here, and that is why you add the relative clause which, and make sure you have to add the comma because this is non-defining noun. Another question, the Amazon flows through 6 countries in South America. It is the second longest river in the world. So come on, let's do it along with me. The Amazon, comma, which is the second longest river in the world, comma, flows through 6 countries in South America. So now, I hope you are thorough with this. You have to do the other 2 in your grammar writing book. The Yangtze River is the 3rd largest river in the world. It has its source in the snow-capped mountains of western China. The next, the Iguazu Falls can be seen from 3 countries. They are on the border between Argentina and Brazil. So now you could work with these questions. Let's refer the non-defining whole clause. We saw Niagara Falls from the plane. It was amazing. So now let's do a recap again. Noun defining has two categories where it refers to a noun. We did the exercise before. The next is the whole clause. Do not forget the comma. So let's refer the example. We saw Niagara Falls from the plane, comma, which was amazing. So here you are not going to mention the pronoun here. The next, it didn't rain on the way we went up the Amazon in a boat. It was very unusual. Yes, let's do it along with me. It didn't rain on the way we went up the Amazon in a boat, which was very unusual. Do not forget to put the comma before the word which. So now let me put up some questions and I want you to write in your grammar writing book. Only the answers, you don't have to bother writing the questions. The Amazon is very wide. This is why there were no bridges across it until recently. The next, our flight was delayed for a day. It meant we could spend another day on the beach in Rio. The river in our village often floods. This makes it difficult to get to school. So now write only the answers. You don't have to write the questions. Complete the workbook pages 18 and 19. Since we have done the non-defining clauses, now let's move on to lesson 4, Saved by the Bell. Defining clauses. Activity 3, read the text. Find two more examples of defining relative clauses in the text in exercise 1. So turn to page number 28. Now I want you to find two more examples of defining relative clauses. So what is a defining relative clauses? Let's do a recap. It gives the exact information. We use that, and also prepositions follow along with the word which. Now you could complete the workbook pages 20 and 21 as well. Activity 4, page 29, defining clause. Add the sentences in column 2 to the questions in column 1 using which or that. So that means which is also applicable, that is also applicable. Example, what's the name of the island which or that is off the south coast of Australia? Before you start doing this, I want you to match in your textbook. Use a pencil to match. What's the name of the island? It's off the south coast of Australia. Number 2. What's the name of the city in Chile? It's the nearest to the Juan Fernandez archipelago. Number 3. What's the name of the river? It runs through Paris in France. Number 4. When were the earthquake and tsunami? They destroyed Lisbon, the capital of Portugal. Number 5. What's the name of the crocodile? It's the world's largest reptile. Number 6. What's the name of the sea? It's between the north of Africa and south of Europe. So now, since we have matched, now it's time for you to write only the questions. You don't have to match or draw the columns. Let me recap the example again. What's the name of the island? It's off the south coast of Australia. Let's add the defining clause here. What's the name of the island which or that is off the south coast of Australia? Do not forget the question mark. Now we have come to the end of the lesson. Let's meet in our next lesson, Unit 4, Great Expeditions. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have a nice day.